EPI has been described as an ink think tank. And what that really means is that it is a space within an institution of higher learning that has been established to encourage the collaboration between artists and students in the pursuit of discovering new ideals and advancing ideals that have been percolating, especially with the artists. Creating this kind of space where there's no preconceived notions or expectations about the practice, but permission is given for the development of ideals, the investigation of those ideals, and our goal at EPI has been, and commitment has been, to facilitate those ambitions for the creative good, the greater good, to create images that otherwise might not have ever existed. And you have to understand about artists is that part of the process of producing a work of art is self-reflective. They're not only creating works that oftentimes speak about society, about our political realities, about our social and cultural legacies, but also about their own realities, their own being in the world, their own existence. So the art practice and art making process allows for a deep reflection, and in many cases a poetic reflection, that allows it to extend beyond the story and narrative of that artist, but into the larger narrative of the larger community. And I think that is the greatest achievement of art. And what we try to do at EPI as a primary mission is to create the opportunity and environment where these kinds of creative investigations and in many cases transformations can occur. When we think about experimentation, what we're doing at EPI and what happens at some other studios around the world is that one takes a traditional medium such as etching and lithography and impacts that traditional medium with new medium, whether it's digital, whether it's non-traditional mediums, and experimental processes, which extends the language. And the way we do this at EPI, we have purposely invited artists in that are not traditional printmakers, that are sculptors, painters, who will take that medium and push that medium based upon their own knowledge of their discipline. And as a result, we have richer prints that are created, tactile, three-dimensional prints, prints that stand off the wall, prints that have a life beyond the traditional flat plane surface that we're accustomed to with prints, whether it's a relief or a lithograph or a serigraph. So that extending, we have some cases where we've actually interrupted the process of printing, for example, a silk screen, and actually put material under the screen that interfaces between the matrix or the sheet of paper that we're printing on and the ink being deposited, creating all kinds of modifications and modulations with the ink and with the surface, in the hopes of creating exciting new languages that will then inspire the artist to produce even more innovative and exciting works of art. And these are works of art that, as I mentioned earlier, otherwise would never have been created. The work of EPI represents almost 20 years of the creation of works of art with some of America's most important artists. And the process of collaborating in the studio extends beyond the studio. It extends into the administration of EPI, the mission and vision of EPI as a collaborative process of individuals who come together creating something that's larger than what it would have been if they had done it on their own. And this is key. And Robert Rauschenberg spoke about this in the collaborative print processes. What he made as an artist was always more in a collaborative process than he would have made on his own. And it's not, again, just what happens on a press or in the studio with ink and paper. It happens with the environment that is around it, the people that are celebrating and supporting this creative process. It is a shared experience, and humanity grows and expands when it is shared.